Hey everyone, welcome to Daughter of Fire Tarot. My name is Daughter of Fire, and today I will be guiding you on this tarot reading experience. It's going to be a card of the day for January 5th, and we're going to be pulling from the tarot. We're going to be, the Marseille Tarot, and we're going to be pulling from the Green Witch's Oracle down here, as well as the Moonology deck. We're going to see what comes out. We're also going to be called to pull out 2 notes from Spirit. That is what they're asking me to do, so we're going to keep the notes close by. I'm going to start with just shuffling the deck and seeing what card or cards are making themselves known today. I've really been in a lull as far as readings go, just because I don't do this full time. I work so much, but I love to read and I love to see the types of people that Spirit is asking me to read for. And it seems like lately we've been dealing with a crowd that is, going back from some poor life choices, even jail time. We did tap into a couple energies that have faced legal repercussions for choices that they made. Curious to see what's gonna come out, because we got all different types in the world that come through readers. So let's see. Tarot so quiet today. Come on, who's there or what is there for the collective that's whoa? Cards are bouncing on my arm and I'm being told to take this top one here. Justice, la justice, la justice. Yeah. So this is the Justice card. We can go over the traditional meaning of the Justice card in the guidebook, but typically I associate this card just traditionally with legal matters, truth coming to light. So again, divinatory meaning, this card means justice, fairness, reasonableness, moderation, neutrality, balance, sensibility, poise, righteousness, virtue, integrity, goodness, honor, virginity, self-satisfaction and accomplishments. So as I just kind of sit here with the card, trying to find out who is coming through here. It's somebody that speaks. It's something to do with someone who speaks. A truth. Yes, it is about some sort of a truth coming to light. I wonder what that's about. Justice is prevailing, though, when you get this card, or justice is being called for. So I'm going to ask what kind of symbols we have here. What kind of a truth does this concern, Spirit? What kind of a truth does this concern? Oh, wow, there's 2 of them, and they almost knocked the Justice card over. So we have Rosemary, and we have Earth. I've pulled the Earth card before, guys. Earth is all about grounding, of course, coming back to reality, allowing time to help you get grounded for change, right? Because as you can see in the Earth card, you have your moon phases. I went over this in a past reading for sure. And for the Rosemary, you have remembrance, loyalty, and faithfulness. So I'd like to actually consult the Green Witch's Oracle deck guidebook, because this deck actually comes with questions for each card. So I'm going to look up the question for the Earth card. For the Earth card, the reflection that the author suggests is, do you need to reboot your connection to nature, or maybe help someone else to connect to nature? A truth about nature. A truth about nature. And Rosemary, okay. So Rosemary. pretty sure that the cards are named alphabetically in here, but I'm having a hard time finding rosemary. Maybe not. It's on page 91. So for rosemary, so we've gone over the earth card meaning quite a bit. Rosemary, it says here the card meaning is, rosemary is an aromatic herb closely associated with loyalty, devotion, and remembrance of the dead. The sharp, piney smell is clean, helping to clear away confusion and uncertainty. Rosemary's needles grow on woody stems, a strong core that is not easily broken. The rosemary card tells you to be faithful to what you hold sacred in your life. Whether that is your values, beliefs, people, or whatever you feel passionate about, remember these things and honor them. Keep them in mind when making choices. Don't let the world sway you from your ideals. And the question for that is, what do you hold to be sacred in your life? Well, as far as the truth about nature, I think that somebody has faced a loss. Guys, if this card is about symbolizing those things, but as well as death of a loved one, I believe that there is a dead loved one who will be getting justice. And this is actually really, really weird to me because I follow true crime. I follow a lot of true crime podcasts. And one particular podcast that I follow in particular is just pushing out case updates like crazy for all these cold cases. So this, honestly, I've been seeing that. I've been really, really fascinated by that. I feel like this is talking about someone's departed dear loved one and something that they went through. They could be buried. Right? They could be buried in the earth, and something that has happened to them seeks justice. So, I'm not saying that this is somebody who had a loved one murdered or anything like that, but just that something that has been left behind by this person requires some justice, whether that is them being laid to rest or whether that is affairs that they left behind before they left this earth. I'm getting that there is some justice that's needed in someone's situation, so I'm looking for more information. And then my little helper jumps up on the table. Don't you guys just love her? I love her. You my sweet girl. Okay, who's this about? This loved one, this dearly departed loved one that has left maybe some unresolved closure or unresolved business. Let's see what's going on, Spirit. Tell me more about this justice. What is the source of the justice? What is the source of the justice? The split up into two piles here, guys. So I'm gonna take these two in the top. The rest of the cards go away here. So that is the, what are we gonna say? That is the 5 of Swords. And then you have the 8 of Cups. So 5 of Swords. Like I said, this is somebody who's trying to speak, something to do with speaking as well. And I think that this may have to do with something that needs to be said or done on the behalf of this departed loved one. Let me see here. So the 5 of Épées, conquest, destruction of others, degradation, and adversaries. We have your 8 of Cups. So the source of this justice, yeah, it seems like maybe while this person was alive, they were taken advantage of quite a bit. Discontinuance of effort, disappointment, abandonment of previous plans, shyness, and modesty. That person, I feel that somebody while they were alive, they were getting taken advantage of quite a bit. And that cycle's coming to a halt. That spiritual cycle's coming to a halt. Someone is speaking out against it. Someone has spoken out against it and continues to speak out against it. And you have your confirmation that this is that this is coming to a halt, that justice is trying to come through to this situation, because you have 2 8s here. And the 5, the cards, the number of change, right? So succession to the number 8, to justice. And this is in the honor of it. This is the protection of a dead loved one's honor. This person was really, really disrespected while they were alive. Hello, what are you looking at? Do you think there's something interesting in there? Would that person like to speak? I'm getting maybe these 2 notes that are supposed to come out. These 2 notes that are supposed to come out. I feel that it may be from this departed loved one. Let's see here. And then I'm going to ask Spirit about your role in the situation, because I'm getting this is going to be very specific. This is very specific for someone. This is very confusing. I think maybe this person is in, wherever they are in the spiritual realm, in the conflict between the people who are taking advantage and the people who are speaking up. I feel like they kind of feel like they're in the middle of a tug of war with that message. This is very confusing. Something has permanently changed. Something is permanently changed, and this is probably as a result of that person speaking up and saying, no more, you're not going to take any more. I just heard you're not going to take any more of that person's money. This is what they wanted while they were alive. The Devil. And like 4 other cards popped up here. But these 3 I'll take away. And then this one I will, the Death card. Oh my goodness. I think somebody in the situation may be stubborn. I'm just kind of, I'm going to review the meanings of these 2 as they show up together. But this is confusing. Something has permanently changed. And I think that this justice is coming through. I think that maybe this person who is taking advantage, maybe they don't have a choice as to whether or not this justice comes through. That's what I'm hearing. They don't have a choice. There's some sort of authority. This is also a card of authority, guys. And this speaking up, there is an authority that's putting a stop to this behavior, as well as people that are just in this person's life. So let me take a look at the Devil. What context are we likely reading this in, right? Where does it make sense? I'm just getting right now that someone is in fear as well. Fear. It could be on either end, so the person that was taking advantage, or it could be, the loved one kind of scared of, they're maybe witnessing these things from the spiritual realm where they are, and they're concerned, right? Some of us get burdened with our loved ones and their anxieties if they haven't fully crossed or ascended to the place in the spirit world where they're supposed to be, right? I've definitely felt tortured in that way by certain relatives. And if you're in any kind of communion with this departed loved one, something has permanently changed. And the ongoing fighting definitely just kind of has this person feeling stuck in the middle where they are, and they're gone from this world. They can't intervene. They can't speak for themselves. So they have somebody on the ground, maybe their family, maybe a spouse, maybe a friend who is speaking up. And the Devil card, the traditional meaning, so it's bondage. Someone is in fear, though. I'm getting that the bondage specifically is fear. So this is either the perpetrator or the person who's departed, or both. Okay? And enslavement, subordination, matter over mind, ravage, violence. This is very confusing. They have a side to pick. They have things they want to say, but they can't say those things because they're departed from this world. They're literally physically separate. And so maybe you or someone you know communes with this loved one, or doesn't commune at all and just thinks that they know what that person wants is definitely not what that person wants, because they are even wanting to speak out and say, no, I'm watching this go on, and this is not at all what I would have wanted if I was alive. So weird experience, astral influence, black magic, right? There is probably some black, like, just figuratively speaking, there could be some black magic going on. There could be some double dealing, some misers involved in this situation, okay? And the Death card, in the context that we get the Death card, typically in the upright, you know that means clearing the way for a new cycle to begin or for change to take place. It can also be a card that signifies illness. But, you know, just with the Death card literally being here, this is further confirmation that this is a reading about somebody's departed loved one. And there's a struggle going on the ground over some assets or some final wishes that this person would have had, or there's kind of, you know, some expectation as to how this person's belongings or how their family was to be taken care of or treated when they're left behind. And this is not being honored in that person's name. And that person, I do just want to come through, like, that person has a lot of anger. And this is why Justice card wants to come through very badly, is because the truth wants to be spoken. And there will be an authority that's coming through to make sure that this is properly looked into. So you may want to, again, just as far as the spiel that I usually give in videos, you may want to go and converse with the appropriate people if you're dealing with something like a will or a probate or something like that. Only they can tell you what's possible in your case. But basically, Justice card really wants to come through, okay? Your loved one wants justice for their living survivors, and they want justice for this situation. They feel very disrespected right now. But, you know, yeah, Death card, all about change. In the reverse, we've got stagnation, inertia, partial change, immobility, possibly death just escaped, or recovery from shock or illness. You could also, with that being said, I mean, when I pulled this card in reverse, I was getting that, you know, some survival vibes, so that could apply to some of you. If this isn't about a dearly departed loved one, it could be about someone who was knocking on death's door and now maybe they don't have the authority to speak for themselves. And so their affairs are being dealt with and not in the appropriate manner. So let me take a look here at what is hidden with Moonology. You could definitely get like way more specific information, but I would have to sit for a bit to let it come to me, or I would have to get the tea leaf oracle cards, because those can make, those definitely add a little bit of specifics to a reading. Hello, are you knocking over our Justice card? Hello. So we have Moonology. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So, I mean, when Capricorn comes through, I always think of Saturn, the death planet. And yeah, Saturn is the planet of death. So, I mean, again, the theme is coming through very, very potent here, dealing with loved ones, seeking justice for their estate, for their loved ones. Their hard work certainly paid off, but they're not feeling that it's being respected, right? Maybe while this person was alive, they were very hard working. Maybe they were a business owner and they left a lot back behind for their loved ones, their survivors, right? But those assets were maybe held back or maybe misappropriated. And their hard work certainly pays off. Perhaps if you keep trying to push for justice in this situation, you may have an outcome where it suggests, like, yeah, this is going to be something that's hard to fight for, but in the name of your dearly departed loved one, it is going to pay off if you are successful. So this is really, really interesting. I'm gonna get, what cards are we going to pull from next, Spirit? What next? I'm just gonna put the lid on Green Witch's Oracle. Put my knowledge debt back. We're done with that one. And he's saying that it's more tarot. Absolutely more tarot. Okay, what else is coming through, Spirit? What more? Whoa, we got 3. Holy shit. Temperance. We have card number 14. It's Temperance. The angel steadily pouring into the flask with such care and such poise. And divine guidance. If you choose to have the mindset of patience, I mean, a spiritual authority would be watching over this for you and making sure to keep you guarded during the whole process. But we also have the 3 of deniers in the upright, and we have the 4 of batons in the upright. So definitely some question about wealth here. So as far as the 3 of deniers, that is skill mastery. I don't even have to open up the book for that, because now I remember this card is actually skill mastery in a trade or work. Yes, this person was very, very successful, and they built up a very lucrative business, and they left quite a bit behind for their family. They did this very intentionally. The path in life that this person took was solely to secure prosperity for their loved ones. They really had the future in mind, the way that this person went about life. The 4 of batons. Let's get your 4 of batons. You have romance, society, harmony, newly acquired prosperity, peace, tranquility. This is all that they want. This is all that they wanted to achieve in life, and they got it. Your hard work is paying off. This is all that they wanted in their life. What you seeing up there, my girl? What you seeing? What you seeing? This is all that they wanted in their life. And they're feeling so taken aback just by everything that they see on the ground. One more note wants to come through. What does this person want to say? What more does this person want to say? Okay, what's this note here? I lost everything I truly cared for. Feel divided. I feel like it's family members that are fighting over this. At first I thought I might have been getting like business colleagues or something like that, but it's family. As is commonly the issue with these types of deals where you're dealing with inheritances, things like that. It is family members fighting over the estate that's left behind. Wow. What's the spirit? How can my collective that's dealing with this situation, how can they move through this? Dealing with this passed on person, or this person recovered from illness who is having to handle their affairs. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. There's so many people that go through the same thing that you're going through. And loss is a common thing for all of us. It's the one thread that connects us all, life and death, right? So if you're dealing with this, find somebody who is going through the exact situation, the exact same thing as loss, dealing with probate, dealing with legal issues as far as a will is concerned, or dealing with, if you're now the caregiver of that person, maybe, and they survived whatever it was that was threatening to take their life. If you're the caregiver of that person now, you're going to have moments where you run empty and where you need to go and seek out people who know what you're talking about, what you're going through. And, as far as the legal stuff, seek legal counsel if you haven't gone there, right? It's never a wrong thing to start the conversation. And I feel that with this loved one that's coming through, they worked so hard And they know that their loved ones are surviving. They know that they know what the right thing is to do. But you know how human ego is. It can take over a person just like that, right? And so this person is aware that there's people on the ground fighting for them, but also not like watching their own backs, right? I mean, if you're the caregiver and you're constantly giving and giving and giving, you're going to end up drained at some point. So you need somebody to talk to. If you're the caregiver of this person's affairs, whether they're dead or alive, you're going to need to talk to somebody who's been in that situation. They may have advice that you can't get from other avenues, right? You don't know how similar or how different their situation is to yours. Sometimes it's even better than legal advice to just speak to somebody who is going through the same situation, and it holds legal ground. Sometimes if these folks know what they're talking about. But this card, You're Not Alone, definitely asks you to seek out community, and that's specifically coming from your loved one, and the justice that is being called. Okay, so that's justice for you as well. That's justice for you as well. You're doing hard work. Maybe you're definitely seeing results, and it's taking a toll on you. Looking into this estate or this probate, like whatever it is you're looking into, just don't let yourself get drained. And justice wants to come through to the situation very, very badly. God sees it, and God knows it, and God knows what is right and wrong. And, you know, I feel like there's going to be tower moments for whoever those people are who were taking advantage since everything has gone on, right? Okay, 2 more from the tarot. Oh, we got another 5, guys. The 5 of deniers in the upright. I believe that's about accomplishment as well, but let me take a look. Here. So, guidebook. We have a 5 of coins, 5 of deniers, 5 de denier. Partial loss, regret, friendship without real meaning. Oh, sorry. That's a 5 of cups, you guys. Whoops, I'm sleeping. You have your 5 of deniers, material trouble, destitution. Whew. Loss, failure, error, impoverishment. Yeah. Heading towards that engorgement. I think you guys know where I talk about the Ace of Deniers and how the center of that card is blood red, and I just kind of view that as, you know, money is literally being bled out of somewhere, or wellness is being bled out of somewhere. Yeah. Somebody's, oh wow. It's an authority figure. You may even have like, okay, there may be like some sort of corrupt executor of this person's will, and they've kind of strong-armed their way into that. Like you definitely could be dealing with a probate and like a very toxic next of kin or toxic executor, and they are just bleeding the funds dry and not appropriating in the way that person would have wished. Again, whether they're dead or alive. So that's what I've got, you guys. Like, that is this reading is actually super quick. I think maybe we're only like 20 minutes in. I don't think we're doing a very long reading today because that's all that wants to come out. I lost everything I truly cared for, like this departed loved one, just feeling so divided. And it's very ironic because, you know, a spirit feeling like that after they leave and they've left something behind, they're divided. And as things are getting like divided just on the ground, like that's Oh, that's poignant. um, but yeah, I'm gonna put the cards away here, guys. That's all that wanted to come out today. So thank you for joining me. Please remember again, because I didn't do this spiel at the beginning of the video, tarot readings are a form of spiritual inquisition, okay? They're a form of entertainment on YouTube as well. ASMR, people use them for a variety of different reasons and at different points and lengths of time. So please try to not take any readings that you see on YouTube as, serious medical, legal, relational, financial, business, or otherwise even spiritual advice, okay? There could be many people reading, that a reading is being watched by at any point. And not all messages that show up in a reading may be for you. So if this was your reading, then I wish you good luck in dealing with all of these issues and just avenging the wishes of your loved one. But if it wasn't your reading, then I have other readings that you can click on, and I will have other readings that come through over the coming days. I've been thinking about moving readings to Tuesdays, Saturdays, or Sundays, some kind of a mix like that, because Spirit's been bugging me so much to just kind of get honest, like not leave a month between readings, right? You'd like me to get this stuff out because I can just feel it building up as like physical energy in my body. So we'll let it go here, guys. This has been Daughter of Fire Tarot, and I will see you on the next one.